Hi everybody, Tracy Weinzapfel here in my studio. If you are taking my Canvas Journal class, I wanted to talk to you about a few things about gessoing it and priming the book. The finished book is this. This is what we will be creating. But when you get it, it's a raw canvas journal that's been hand sewn. So what I want to do is show you some techniques with gesso that are very simple. You don't really have to buy anything other than a gesso. You will want to have an acrylic gesso on hand. I love Deco Arts, so you will want to get one from Michael's or any of your local art stores. I prefer white, so that's what I've used in the entire book. Some tools that I love to have on hand are some cheap, inexpensive foam brushes, some paint brushes. I'm going to show you how to add texture. This is a drywall tape that you can get from Home Depot. It used to be called Magic Mesh in the industry. If you have it, great. If you don't worry about it. You could also get bubble wrap, things that add texture. So I'm going to show you how to use this. This is a Martha Stewart paintbrush. Basically, you can add lines and texture. Don't go out and buy this. You could actually use a comb or a brush or anything that will give you texture. So I'll show you how to use this. And it's really going to be quick and easy. The thing you'll want to do before you come to class or before we start the classes is have the entire book gessoed. So go through the cover, the back, the inside pages, everything. And you can dry the gesso with a heat gun so it doesn't take long, or you can just let it air dry. So I'm going to switch cameras here and I will show you how to do that. Oops. Okay, so this is your raw canvas book. I'm just going to open it to the inside page. And this is where you're going to use the foam brush. And this canvas, since it is unprimed, priming it is by putting the gesso on it, you're going to just want to layer it all in. And you can leave it smooth. You can add lines or texture. I just like to, I don't do it on every page, but I did it on quite a number of pages. And you'll want to paint the entire thing. Like I said, every cover, the front, the back. This kind of adds stability to your book and to your pages. Now I'm going to show you a couple techniques. Now what I do is I get it into that seam. Okay. Now I'm going to show you on this page how to get some texture. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. Okay. So the first thing I do is kind of gob the gesso on there. And let me show you, for example, this tape. If you gob the gesso on there and you paint over the tape and remove the tape, it's like a mesh. It's actually like a mesh screening. You could use a screen for. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. And here's another technique. Okay, I'm gobbing the gesso on it. This is that brush. Like I said, you could use a hairbrush or anything. If you just, I'm just going to add little swirling. It's like I'm going to go over what I just did. And just add a bunch of swirls. I'm going to hold that up. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see, basically anything, and I'm going to show you in the book. For example, this page was done by adding those swirl lines. This was done adding those swirl lines. So once this dries, it hardens up and will give you lots of texture. There are a ton of ideas out there for adding the texture. You can do it with your hands and do like a finger paint pattern. Pretty much sky's the limit on it. But you'll want to do that to the entire book, every page, front, back, cover, and when you're done and bring it to class, that is where we will take it from there. So you can see on this the texture that's on there. And you don't have to do it to every page. You can just prime every page, you know, and it can be flat. That's no problem. I just wanted to give you some ideas of what you can do before we even get to making your mixed media pages in your Canvas journal. So I hope that gave you some good ideas to inspire you to prime and gesso the book. I will see you in class. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.